Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome back to the Long Beach State Dynasty. We started off this season, preseason ranks #1, and after an opening game loss to Clemson, we drop all the way to 6. Now, we sit here at number 6, and we're going into the Maui Invitational with the 5 seed going up against the 4 seed Princeton, and they are led by the number 2 overall recruit a season ago in true freshman Ben Bates. He is a very good freshman putting the ball into the bucket, but they have 2. Justin Vasher was also a top 15 recruit, and he is very good as a small forward, both averaging 22 and 19 respectively. Now, they are having growing pains, much like we have had in seasons past when we had new players into the starting lineup, and they have started out the season 3-3. So they are down to number 22 in the nation. And we will begin this game with a 3-1 record. They have played 6 games. They're starting to get their footing now, hopefully. They lost 2 straight, so let's see what Princeton can do. Here we go. The number 1 and number 2 overall recruits go head-to-head. Here is Anthony Madison with the ball. He pump fakes. He shoots a 3. He gets it blocked, but then double clutches for the 3-pointer. Ben Bates blocks his shots, but look at this. He just double clutches and shoots it off the backboard. It's good. Anthony Madison gets going with a great bucket from the outside. So let's see what Princeton does. They try to work it inside to Bates right away. It's deflected, and we're going the other way. Steve Jenkins, the junior, all the way for the transition dunk. And it's a 4-0 lead to open up this game. So here's a pass inside deflected. Princeton gets it back, and that is a missed shot that time by Vasher. And here we go the other way. Madison all the way to the bucket. And a foul on Ben Bates. It's an and 1. Anthony Madison taking advantage of this up-tempo offense as we are starting to switch to more of an up-tempo because Anthony Madison is a guy that can run the floor, and we want to take advantage of that. So he goes to the free throw line, and it's an early 7-0 lead here for LBSU. Going up against number 22 Princeton. Here's a 3, and that time it is off. And now here we go the other way as we do give them another possession here. Pass, and that somehow gets past Anthony Madison. Back out to Ben Bates for the 3, and he knocks it down. He is their leading scorer. In order for them to win, he's going to definitely have to be on. So here is Madison being guarded by Bates. Looking for a shot outside of DT Johnson, the big man. He makes a move all the way to the bucket with the left hand. It's good. 9-3 game here early on for LBSU. So here we are with 12 minutes left here in the first half. Here's a shot inside, and that is Bates again. He has the only 2 buckets of the game for Princeton so far. So here's Madison. Another pick and roll. Gets all the way. Nobody stops him. And I think Madison, with that stutter step right there, he's definitely a ball handler. He really knows how to control the ball on a string. So here's a pass inside from Bates, and that is good. And they do get going here on offense, but let's see if we can start to pull away. It looks like Ben Bates is their entire offense so far. Here's Madison from the 3-point line. He's got 10, 4 of 5 from the field so far. And now here's Jenkins with the ball, up by 7, out to Gilcher. Off the bench is Eric Gilcher. Now, we've been debating if Eric Gilcher or David Gill should be in the starting lineup. I think we're going to have a battle here to see who is going to be there, a little position battle like they say in football, as Eric Gilcher gets called for the foul right there. So here's Dominique Kirkland, who checks into the game, the other true freshman big man. He gets double-teamed by Bates. At the top, here's Miles. He passes to the outside into DT Johnson. Back out to Gill, and it's good from the corner. And Gill is so good on defense, and he has a 3-point shot. I don't think he's just been consistent with it so far. But here's Princeton. They get an answer with the bucket, and it's now a 9-point lead, now to an 11-point game. Here's a pass inside, and that is blocked. And Kirkland on the block. And that's actually Ace Jenkins off the bench with the block. Jenkins goes all the way with the lefty, and it's good, coast to coast. And Ace Jenkins finally getting some playing time after sitting on the bench for 2 years. It's now back to a 7-point game. So here's Gill with the rebound, gets all the way to the bucket, and draws a foul on Ben Bates, his 2nd of the game so far. And they're probably going to have to take him out, as we got to take advantage of the scoring being on the bench for Princeton. So 7-point lead again. Here's the inside pass. DT Johnson. He's got a smaller man on him. He's just going to take this hook shot. It's good. 9-point lead here. D.T. Johnson's got 6 points for the big man freshman. And here's a pass inside. This is deflected. It's a 2-on-1 situation. And we go all the way to the bucket with Ace Jenkins. He's got 6 off of the bench. He's 3 of 4 from the field. So back up to a 14-point lead. Biggest lead so far, and Princeton answers back with the 3. Now it's an 11-point game. Madison checks back in this time. Pick and roll action. He gets it inside, and that is good. 12 points for Madison in the first half. And now we get the last possession here. 13-point lead. 5 seconds to go. Madison steps back for the 3, and it is off the back rim. Princeton throws that one up full court. And that's how this one goes into halftime. It looks like we kind of found a strategy here in the first half. Take away Ben Bates, and that's what you do. And Princeton can't really answer on offense. It's a 13-point lead in the first half. Second half coming next. So now we start the second half with possession. There is an opening missed shot that time, as here comes Ben Bates the other way. And here's a pass, and it's already stolen away. Good defense by David Gill. Up to Madison for the 3. It's good. He's so good at transition threes. It's a 16-point game, the biggest lead of the game so far. Defensive rebound by Gill. Look at this. Nobody stops him, and he passes it inside. D.T. Johnson, 18-point game now. As here's some more missed shots by Princeton early on in the first half. Madison handling the ball around the perimeter. Out to Gill in the corner. Back out to a wide open Steve Jenkins for the 3. What a difference 2 years makes. He could not hit a shot his first couple of years. Now he's hitting threes. And here is Eric Carlos. You haven't heard his name so far. He gets fouled. And at that point, it was a 20-point game. So here's Madison with the pick. Inside to Carlos, and a great slam under the hoop. Great find by Madison. And now this 20-point lead just won't go away. Here's a pass outside. Madison again for the 3, but it's missed. D.T. Johnson on the offensive board. Back to a 20-point game. And at this point, they do get it down to 15 with 6.5 to go. But you can just see the trend here. Pick and roll, DT, all the way to the bucket is Madison. It's a lefty layup, and it's good. And now here we are with a 19-point game. Fadeaway shot, and that is good. And that is Vasher. He gets going, but it may be just a little too late here. 62-45. Here's Carlos coming up the court. We're just going to call for the pick. Here he is, pass inside, and a two-hand slam. And that is an easy bucket here. And now our reserves start to get some burn here. Nick Miles off the bench, passing it up the court to Gilcher. He's just going to take the 3. No, he passes inside. Dominique Kirkland, and it's an and 1. Another foul on the best freshman on their team, Ben Bates, number 2 freshman in the country. And that is going to be how this game just goes. They couldn't get going with Ben Bates on offense, and once we really started D'ing them up, it just seemed like, they were in trouble and they could not keep up. And that's what the final score ends up being, 74-57. Great victory here for LBSU in the Maui Invitational. We have never won this tournament so far. So 2 things we have never won so far in this series, the Maui Invitational and the Pac-12 tournament. I have no idea why we can't win these 2 tournaments. Hopefully this is our year to win both. D.T. Johnson had 16 and 9, a great game from him. Carlos also had 9 rebounds. If you have 2 pretty much double-doubles from your big men, and that's pretty close to be honest, I call that a win every single time. Gill had 3 points. Madison had 21. Gilcher had 6 off the bench. I still do like Gill in the starting lineup just for his defense, but because he had 2, look at his stat line. He had 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks. He's not much of a scorer. He will catch and shoot when he needs to, but the defensive ability of David Gill is amazing. I really love it. And then Ben Bates only had 7 points in this game, 2 of 6 shooting. Vasher actually took the second most shots. They actually had Connor off the bench, who took 14 total shots. So we move on to the second round of the Maui Invitational, and we face Georgia Tech, a team that we've already beat so far this season, and it was a close game then, and let's see what it is now. 66-66 with 3.5 to go, and there is a foul on Madison. This is a pretty even game so far. Both teams have 23 rebounds apiece, and we're only 1 point difference after that free throw. So they go to the free throw line, hitting both free throws. It's now 68-66. to 66. And here comes LBSU the other way. Pass inside. Carlos with the contact. He cannot get the foul call or the shot to go. And now it's a 2-point game. Missed shot on the outside. Offensive rebound over Madison and Carlos. And now it's a 4-point lead. 2.5 to go. Pick and roll action. Pass outside to Carlos. And it's off the mark. Carlos with 2 missed shots. And here comes Georgia Tech the other way, looking for a shot here to stretch it to a 6-point lead. Whip pass inside, and it's good over Carlos, and it's now a 72-66 game. Here's Madison pick and roll. He's going to take the 3, and it's good. He knocks it down, back to a 3-point game. Can we D up here? And here's a pass inside and a dunk. We allow the inside pass that time, and now it's up to a 5-point lead. Just about a minute to go. Here's DT Johnson in a dunk. In traffic. That could have been a foul, to be honest with you. Now it's just a 3-point game here for Georgia Tech. Working it outside. Shot from 3. And it's off. We get the rebound. Let's see what we can do. Can we tie this game up with 44 seconds left? Here is Gill to the outside. Jenkins all alone. He takes the 3, and it's off the front rim. But offensive rebound by Carlos. Back out to Madison. In the corner, and it's out. It was rimmed out. It looked like that one was going in and barely off. And that's the shot you want right there. Your best 3-point shooter taking that to tie it up. And Georgia Tech gets the foul. And they do end up going to the free throw line. But now with 20 seconds left, we do beat the press. Here is Madison. Open 3. It's now a 2-point game. And we start to foul again. So Kit Shank goes to the free throw line. What a name that is. He's got 2, actually a 1-and-1 in the first free throw. I've never seen the CPU miss a 1-and-1 ever. That one is good. Now the second free throw is also good. Back up to a 4-point game. We try that same pass. We do get past him this time. Madison's open again. Can he make it? And it's off. And they do get the rebound, and we're going to try to come up the steal. They're not passing, though, and it's deflected. And it will be saved by Madison, and Georgia Tech's just going to run this one out. What a way to end that game. Madison missed that open 3 and then saved the ball right to Georgia Tech. And we do end up with the loss. 3 straight seasons with a Maui Invitational second-round loss. Isn't that just a coincidence? We've made it to the second round every single season and lost. That is just insane. Georgia Tech ends up with a big victory. Ben O'Neill had 37 points in this game. This was a top 25 Georgia Tech team as well, and they end up getting their revenge as we did beat them earlier in the season by 9 points. And they get their revenge here. Ben O'Neill is a senior as well. I'm pretty sure we'll see him, if not in the NCAA tournament. If we don't face him, they will be definitely there with a very high seed, probably a 1, 2, or a 3 seed. So we move on to our non-conference schedule outside of the Maui Invitational. Now we take on Wichita State. And we want to get kind of a warm-up game before getting into conference play here. Wichita isn't the Wichita State that, we have in real life where they're pretty much always good every year. This Shockers team is just okay. And here is 2.5 minutes left here. 87-75 lead, a 12-point lead. They're still in this game. But let's see if we can get some momentum here after that loss. Here's a 3. This time, Madison knocks it down. His jump shot is just so smooth. 15-point lead with that 3. So here's DT Johnson out to the outside. This is Steve Jenkins in the corner. And it's good. And some of you guys pointed out in the comment section that Steve Jenkins' jump shot has changed. That is one of the great things about this game in particular. If you get a better 3-point shot, your jump shot actually changes form. And that is just excellent by this EA game. One of the few things that EA does well in developing their games. So 95-78 this time. Madison back out. Carlos open from the mid-range right at the top of the key. And now here is Carlos. He does have it at the top, and the clock runs out. 97-78. We get the victory. DT Johnson is player of the game in this one. 24-15. And this team is just good right now. I think we are rolling. We're starting to grow as a unit. Gill finally had a good coming out game here. 20 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Every starting guy in the lineup had a block in this one. Madison had 28, 4, and 9, and just a great game all around. Madison is going to be probably our second leading scorer because in sim situations, this game usually favors big men pretty heavily. So DT Johnson, when we do simulate games, does end up having the highest point total. So we are 8-10 through 10 games, and then we have a couple of games left in non-conference play, Kansas State and UConn, and we will play those 2 games, at least sim those to start next episode, then get into conference play. That's kind of how I like to do it. I don't like to have the regular season too long. I like to cover the conference tournament and the NCAA tournament respectively in longer episodes, and that's how we'll kind of do it here in this series. And if you're kind of late to the series, welcome, but we will get through this season. It'll be longer in the NCAA tournament, like I said, and I hopefully, this series goes on for multiple seasons longer because I'm having a lot of fun with it right now. And honestly, having these freshmen come in, it's been a definite breath of fresh air, new players every year. It seems like that's the trend that we're going to go here in this series as we keep winning, to be honest with you. So DT Johnson and our man Anthony Madison are both the top 2 scorers on our team, almost averaging 20 points respectively. And we're number 6 in the country, still at 8-2. Now, with conference play coming up, Washington is actually 9-1 overall. How are they not ranked at this point? Washington is always that underrated team in this series. And then Arizona is number 13 at 8-1, and UCLA is number 21 at 6-3. The Pac-12 has kind of fallen off a little bit. I think that these 3 teams are usually the only 3 teams ranked. Stanford was in there sometimes. Washington gets sprinkled in there sometimes, but that's about it. So we'll see how conference play goes and see if we can get to the conference tournament even through next episode. I might want to wrap up the regular season next episode. I guess we'll have to see. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. Tell me what you think about this LBSU team in the comment section below. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I hope the rain don't come in November, 'cause the summer went way too fast. I'm trying real hard to remember